I'm going to teach you how to play the verse part of I'm a Child of God. And we are going to do this backwards. So we'll learn the hardest part first. And then you'll get that down, and then you'll learn the easy part. Okay? So we're going to start with the new chords in this song. So they are A7, D minor, D7, and G. Okay? So let me break those down for you. And before I do that, I will just play the song with the words so you know what part we're learning. So this is, has given me an earthly home with parents kind and dear. Okay, so that's the middle part of the verse, and it starts with A7. So A7, if you already know the F chord, it's kind of like the F chord. F chord is here on these two frets. Okay, so you've got this one here and this one here. A7 is right next to it. We're going to leave this one just right where it is. And pick up the first finger and move it onto the C string. Your C string is the fat string. It's the one that's the thickest because it's the lowest string on your ukulele. Right here. Okay, so this is the A7 chord. Those two frets. It sounds like this. Has given me an. Now for earthly home, we're going to do D minor. So move your finger back to the F chord if you already know F. This starts with the F chord. And then we also need to play this string. So there are two ways to do the D minor chord. You can do it like this by adding your third finger. I like to play it like this. Instead of adding a third finger, I just take my second finger and I press it down flat so that I'm actually pushing on two strings, the C string and the G string at the same time. I'm pressing down on both of those on the second fret. Okay, so that's how I like to play D minor. You can do it either way. That's D minor. We're going to play A7 4 times and D minor 7 4 times. Sorry, D minor 4 times. Like that. Okay, so let's practice going from A7 to D minor. Okay, they're really close to each other. You just start with these two, and then you just smooth that over just a teeny bit and flatten your second finger like that. Okay, so practice going from A7 to D minor until you can make that change. A7, D minor. Now let's do A7 4 times and D minor 7 times. 1, 2, ready. A7, 1, 2, 3, 4, D minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is the first part of this line, and then the next part we're going to shift to D7. And all these chords just kind of roll around on the ukulele. Once you get them down, it's pretty easy to switch from one to the other. So that's nice. We're going to do A7, D minor, and now keep this finger, see how you're already pressing on two of the strings? Now you're just going to press on all of them. Press that really, really flat. So you should already have a nice firm grip with your thumb and your second finger on that second fret from the D minor chord. Now you're just going to press all 4 strings down. And then this chord is called D7. You put your third finger in the same spot that you press for C. So this is the third fret, third finger on the third fret on the A string. And you're also pressing this second fret all the way down and squeezing really, really hard with your thumb. This is D7. Now, if you don't hear all 4 of your strings ringing when you're trying to play this, that's because you're not pressing hard enough. If you get kind of a plucky sound, that's because you're not pressing on the string enough to make it ring. So you really have to squeeze. This one actually makes my fingers cramp when I press really hard for the D7 chord. So you need to be pressing really, really hard. Just for a short minute, we're just going to do it 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're done, okay? And the last chord in this line is G. Do you know how to play G? G is a triangle shape. We have 2 fingers down on the second fret on this string and this string. So that's the C string here and the A string here. And then you have your third finger down in between those 2 on the E string, okay? This is what G sounds like. So we're going to do G at the end of this line. Now you'll be doing this for 4 beats, and I personally prefer to just strum this once and hold it for 4 beats because it's the end of the phrase. Listen to how this goes. A7 4 times, D minor 4 times, D7 4 times, and then G for 4 beats, okay? Has given me an earthly home with parents kind and dear. See, at the very end, I like to just strum it one time and just have a little bit of a pause for 4 beats because it's the end of the phrase. That makes it more musical. If you'd like, you could strum it 4 times too because it is 4 beats. So that's a musical choice you can make. Okay, wow. So that is the second line of I Am a Child of God. And it is definitely the hardest part. So take a little time to rewind and practice that until you get it. And now I'm going to explain to you the first part. Okay, so in the first line of I Am a Child of God, all we have are 2 chords, the C chord and the F chord. Oh, easy peasy, okay? So we're just gonna go C, F, C, F, C, like that. Can you count how many we do each? It's a little bit of a pattern. C, C, F, F, C, how many times did we do each one? Did you count? We start with 2 of each. C, C, F, F, and then it's 4. C, 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 and then 4. F, 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 and 4. C, 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 C. Okay, is that what you caught? So 2 each and then 4 for the rest of them. Okay? I am a child of God, and He has sent me here. Now, you've already learned the second line, so let's keep going. Put your fingers on A7. Given me a, now D minor. Press those 2 strings down. Earthly home. Now press all the way down on that 2nd fret and C spot. With parents kind and now we need G and strum it just 1 big strum. Dear. Good. Okay. So that is all of the first verse of I Am a Child of God. And I'm going to do it one more time without any pauses. See if you can keep up with me. Okay. 1, 2, ready, go. I am a child of God, and He has sent me here, has given me an earthly home with parents kind and dear. Great. Good. That's all of the verse. And now, if you've also learned the chorus, you're ready to play the whole song. Thank you so much for learning with me. I'm going to make one more video where I play the whole song nice and slow so you can practice along with me. Okay, happy ukulele playing.